Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
There's a look at Bills Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills.
To kick off for Buffalo.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
It's not deserve that. It's not to learn it. Mess around and put that thing over your burn it. 6 figures every year, yeah.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll drop this off to Laird. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. Let's try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Remember we were kids and they all said, hey, whatever you want to do, make your kid a left-handed pitcher, make him play baseball, they'll play forever. Forget that. I want a quarterback. All right? That's what I want to raise. In this era where you throw it around like crazy, you put up numbers like he did in his last game.
Last week, almost 500 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Allen, he lost the football.
The second down pass. A fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip at his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and changed up from snap to snap.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for them, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll run here with Larry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Taken down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Tua. Tua hit and the ball is out.
The pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking it at the 37. Fighting his way through contact. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. He'll drop to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And Diggs has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Laird. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Dolphins nothing.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That one into the hands of Laird. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And his throw is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
And he's able to find Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
first-timer Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Tua to try again on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down, Miami.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, Laird. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They set up the screen to Laird. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. They'll be back at the 36.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
3-yard attempt.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Dolphins, nothing.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Allen over the middle, and it's incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
7 yard.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's complete to Turner. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
complete.
7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Tua. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Tua with a throw complete to Parker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Tua now on first down. He'll find Parker again. Complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown, Bills.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And the lead is now 24. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Tyler pass to kick off for Buffalo.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
That's a 25-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Laird. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first. but he only makes it to the 34. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field, and he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go, go, go. 552, 552. 552.
Allen going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
From the contact.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, 552, 552.
Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Allen's pass incomplete from the contact. Sets up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Roughing the passer defense.
So that one will be accepted. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half.
Randy Bullock.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen finding Foster there. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. Open man, here's Foster. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down is Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. Sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
You just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Intended for Robert.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. On the counter, this is Singletary. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Allen. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
It's good. Makes the score Bills 27.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
29-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Laird. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And that will bump the lead up to 26. and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Tagovailoa trying to get after the pick six. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll drop this off to Laird. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. It's Williams on the catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The last catch nearly got him a 1st, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Tua to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Preston Williams. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Allen to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
At the 14-yard line.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen, his pass caught at the 4. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
The 3-yard line.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Complete to Patrick Laird. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and
they'll
6.
work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Tua. Now a short one to Gesicki. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Gesicki.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. And it's caught by Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Complete to Noah Brown. It's a game.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And this is going to be incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. That's complete to Turner. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking for Parker again, and this time he's got him. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Brings
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And they take a knee.
Allen on the keeper. Tonight's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Miami, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.